Hi there, Sandy here. Welcome to another polymer clay video at keepsakecrafts.net. Today I have for you a super simple project, but it looks really cool. We're going to be making ammonites. You can do this in a colored finish using the polymer clay colors or using metallic paints and patinas to make it look ancient and rusty and crusty. This project is so easy, but it looks so great when you're done. And really, you only need two things. You need a ball of clay and you need some extruded clay. Now, if you're planning on painting your project, you can just use scrap clay. If you're going to let the colors of the clay show, then I like to choose a couple of different contrasting colors. So I have about a 3/4 inch ball of clay here, and then I have a bunch of mixed white clays. And those were extruded through a very thin 1mm extruder disc. And all you need to do is take your ball of clay and you're going to roll it into a long cone. You want it to be about 4 inches long and about a 1/2 inch thick at the widest end. And try to have a nice even taper. And now find an end of your extruded clay and just start wrapping it around this long cone. Just gently tap it in place with your finger as you wrap so that it sticks, and just lay each one next to the other. And if you break it off, really don't pull on it. Especially, I extruded this a while ago, so it's a little brittle. But if you break it off, just go ahead and tap it right on there. It'll be fine. The best way to do it is to spin the cone and then use your fingers to gently tap that coil of clay in place. And you just want to go all the way down to the other end, just like that. So once you get the whole thing wrapped, just go ahead and take a minute, and especially down here towards the tip, kind of roll it in a bit so that it comes to a point. You can roll it in a little just to make sure all your pieces are attached, but you don't want to flatten them too much. And then you're just going to take that tip, use your finger to gently curl it over and in, and then just roll the whole thing on itself. And I love the way as you do this, your coils all spread apart, giving you this wonderful texture. So then roll it all the way up. And then when you get to the end, you can decide how you want to treat this end. You can cut it straight across the coils. Here's one I did earlier. I'm in the process of painting this. And I kind of cut it at a diagonal. I just thought it looked good with the spiral. I'm going to do the same on this one. But you could cut it straight across if you wanted. I'm just going to cut this at a little bit of a diagonal. And then I'm going to use a ball tool to just indent that a bit. Again, try not to squish your coils. If you need to let it sit for a while before doing this, that might make it a little easier to do without squishing something you don't want to squish. And then I kind of, you can see I did it on this one. I just kind of curved that over a little. I just thought it looked good. But do whatever looks good to you, and that is it. You're all done. If you like the colors, you can just leave it like that. One thing I thought would look nice, especially where this is kind of a seashell, is to add some perfect pearl and give it a bit of a sparkle and a shine. Again, if you're going to paint it, of course, there's no need to do this. And then you want to bake it. Remember, polymer clay needs to be baked for 30 minutes per 1/4 inch of thickness, and this is at least a 1/2 inch thick at the thickest point. So I would bake this for, I think I'd bake this one for 1 hour and a quarter. You really can't overbake polymer clay. You could leave it in for hours and hours as long as the temperature doesn't get too high, but you can underbake it, and if you underbake it, your pieces won't be strong, they'll be brittle. So if you're interested in the supplies that I used in this project, there's a link in the description box and the upper right to go to the accompanying blog post. So when you're done with this, you can just drill a hole, add an eye pin to hang it, add swelligant paints and patinas to give it an old look, whatever you like. And if you're new here and you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do for 3 new video tutorials every week. I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you like my videos, consider becoming a patron. You could support this channel by sending $1 a month or whatever you can afford. Check out my Patreon page for details. So here's another look at the project we made. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share, and leave me a comment. Happy creating. Bye-bye.